Hi, this is Allie from Allie Katz Crafts. I'm here to bring you a tutorial on October 2025 alternatives. In this kit, you'll get to make 9 cards. It looks like this, this, and this. What's inside the kit is, this is extra stuff that I have, are some flocked pieces to make a Christmas tree. Or actually 3 of them. And you get these little stars, okay? I've kind of taken it apart, so this is what I have in here right now, and I'm sorry because I've been working with it. That's extra. So here's some more of the flock trees. So you get 3 trees, and then you get 9 envelopes that look like this, and they have patterns like the brown and that. And actually, that's pecan pie. Sorry about that, pecan pie. I'm pretty sure that is basic gray. This one is cherry cobbler, and you get 3 of these card bases. I'm using 2 of them just now. And here's some more of the basic grays, 3 of those, and there's 3 of the green, which is garden green. And then you get 3 layers for each one. Same thing, basic gray. No, actually, yeah, basic gray, and this is kind of like an off-white, and this is pecan pie, and then you get a whole bunch of embellishments. So you get this to put your letters, which the right here, joy. This goes to the top of your little Christmas ornament or bauble, and you get 4 of those. You get extras. Here's the sentiment things, and you'll get 3 of these and 3 of these, which layer on top like that. And this is some more layers, and they're flocked, by the way. And it comes with a pecan pie ink spot. The stamps, this is what your stamps you get. It says Merry Christmas, to the world, deck the halls, joy, and like a star and little asterisks, or kind of like snowflakes, I guess you could call it. You also get these little red sequence embellishments, and you could order separately. Bundle joy dice, and this is what you get. You get the word joy, a little tag, and a couple little things, and a leaf. A couple little, like greenery. So I am bringing in some stars. I need stars for my trees. I'm going to be working with the trees today. We're making 2 cards, and this is one of them. So what I did was I cut up the cherry cobbler. First I did my cord base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored it 4 1/4, and folded. Then I cut this piece, which is the envelope out of the kit, and that was at 5.5, wait, let me get my ruler out. They're always the same, so I just forget. Okay, 4 1/8, that's what I thought, by 5 3/8. So that's the layer that's going to go down first. Then I found some retired DSP. It says Merry Christmas, has the trees on it. And that is 3 15/16 by 5 3/16. So I took these little flocked pieces and I cut it up so that I made a smaller tree. So I'm going to layer them like this. Okay? So that's how that's going to go. And then I have some stars that I cut out of gold, out of this die right here, my 4th of July die. And this is not a Stampin' Up! Product. I don't know where I got it. I probably got it off of Amazon many, many years ago. It's been around for a long time because I've used it in the last 5 years for 4th of July banners and such. And I have a sticker that has a little tree. So this is what I'm going to do. I have this stamp that's right over here. There it is. It's my Santa and sleigh, and I want to put it right up there like it's like flying over the trees. But the problem is the black ink doesn't work. So I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do some embossing, which I never show you how to do that. So I think I will show you how to do some embossing. and it's the dry embossing, or wet actually. And I have this Stampin' Up! Tray that I use, and tweezers, they're backwards tweezers, and a little brush. And this is like a buddy thing, so you have what you do is you take and you clean off the area that you want to do, because you need to clean off so the fingerprints don't show up. So I'm going to get my Stampin' Paris thing out, and I've already cleaned it with the embossing stuff, and I have Stampin' Up's white ink. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this up a little higher, move this out of the way. And I have some, it's called embossing powder, but it's holographic. And what it is this is gonna be stamped in white so it shows up, but it's gonna be glittery, kind of like the stickles. That's what I like. So I'm gonna go tap, 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 make sure it's fully inked. Now this ink is hard to get off your stamps, so kind of keep that in mind. So I will stamp it right here and come up real quick. And it takes a long time to dry, so I have a little bit of time for it. So then I gotta grab my baby wipe, get that off, because it does not want to come off. Get it out of all the nooks and crannies until it's nice and clean. Okay, and you don't want to put it on your cleaner until you got it pretty good, because it stays on there. So the next thing I want to do is I'm gonna grab up my holographic stamping powder. Evidently, I did not open this yet. It's a new one. So I'm going to sprinkle some of this on there. Luckily, this ink I know doesn't dry fast. So I'm good. I'm going to take this, put it over my little stamp thing, and shake it on there. Get lots on there. Okay, I'm gonna kind of like go like that and see how it stays right on there. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I'll move out of the way, because if I don't, you know what will happen? The heat gun will blow it away. Close up my ink, and I have my heat gun right here. It might be a little noisy, and I'm so sorry. So I wanna get rid of all those. You know what? Actually, sparkles were okay. It's okay to have sparkles now that I think about it, because it's gonna be a night sky. Kind of want that. So I'm going to heat up my heat gun, get it nice and warm before I put it on there. Then, this is like really easy. Then I'm going to put it on there now that it's warmed up. And what's going to happen is this is going to all of a sudden go from a dry color to really pretty glossy color. And you'll see that happen. Okay. So take a look at that. See how there's a sparkly look to it? I hope you can see it. And the white ink keeps it white, because it's normally clear, and that's why I did the white ink. And when I did this in heat embossing, it actually leaves it sparkly, number one, but also the white ink will show through, so that Santa's sleigh will show up in the sky on my little thing. And it's perfect. And I got a little bit of it on my Stampin' Paris mat, but that's okay. So the next thing I'm going to do, I love this card. I mean, I love heat embossing. I just haven't done it in front of you guys in a long time. And I don't use it very often because sometimes it's a pain, let me tell you. So the next thing I'm going to do is I want to put my little tree from out of the kit. I'm going to put it right here. So what you do is you grab your dimensionals, which I have right here. I had it. Let's go in there. Grab my dimensionals, and I don't need full pieces, so this is what I'm going to do. Whoa, that attacked me. So I'm going to make sure I'm in camera. Okay. There we go. I don't want to go out of camera. So I'm going to put my dimensionals on the bottom half of this. So this particular tree, when it was on the card that it showed, it took a lot. So this one's going to use half the amount. So I cut off that and then I cut it down to 2, and then I used 1. So that's how I did it. So I'm going to get a lot of trees out of this. I just have to come up with different ideas. That's the only thing I have to do, which, you know, that'll be fun. Trying to figure out what to do next, right? So I want to take and put that right there. Then I'm going to grab my tear and tape. Let me get the tear and tape out. I thought I had it out, but I don't. So that's okay. I can get more out. Let's see. I know the kit came with tear and tape, but it's way over there on the other side of the counter, so I decided not to mess with it. So I'm going to get a little tear and tape, and I'm going to put it right here. So that's the first thing. I'm going to pull off the backing. You can use your taker pick or your scissors or your nails, whichever you choose. And I'm going to place it right here. Okay, just like that. And the bottom's going to go down, and that's going to stand up. The next one, I'm going to grab some more dimensionals, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to take and put the dimensionals right down here. Okay, there and there. And I'm going to grab my tear and tape. I'm going to put a little piece right there. Okay. Pull off the backings. Off that backing. I'm going to line it up so it looks like it's a part of this tree. There we go. Let's put it up a little higher. There we go. And then that goes down flat, so it stands up a little bit. The last little piece, I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to cut off a little piece. Put it right there. Doesn't want to come off. Looks like it's stuck to it permanently. Okay, that one's not working. We'll get a new one, right? All else fail, get a new one. Okay, cut this one down, and we'll put this guy on here. Okay, and then a little tiny bit of tear tape. You can use liquid glue too if you want. Okay, and then we'll put this last little one right up here. There we go. Okay, and then I have a gold star that I cut out of this little die right here. Okay, so I'm going to grab my glue, and I'm going to glue. No, actually I'm not. I'm going to get a tiny dimensional, which I have a mini one right here. And I'm going to stick it on there like that and put it right at the top. So now it has a star. Oh, wait, it's kind of sticking out a little bit there. So now it has a gold star. I love it. It's so cute. Okay. I didn't like the red star at all. And now I have 3 more stars, and they're going to go flat on top of these little trees. Okay, and we will put this one right here. So everybody has a gold star on top of its tree. Like I said, this is retired DSP. So I pulled it out of my stash and decided I'd put that on the card. So that's that card right there. So now, move all these dimensionals in the trash real quick, and all these extra pieces of paper. The tear and tape. Okay. There we go. And now we're going to add this little gold tree that I found. It's a sticker. cut it down so it's not quite where I don't need all that extra on there. And I'm going to put it right here next to the Merry Christmas. And I have another one. I was going to show you what they were. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. See, I got these stickers, and look at them. They're so cute. Look at them. So I'm going to pull off another little tree. I got stickers. They're stuck to my fingers all over them. It's almost like, you know, me and the ink. I'm good about that one, right? Ink everywhere. Can't help it. So I'm going to put another tree right down here. I got to get these off my fingers. They're driving me crazy. There, stick on the side of the table there. Okay, I'm going to cut the top of the tree off a tiny bit so it'll fit up under here. I forgot I was supposed to do this first. And I didn't do it. No, I didn't. So stick that tree right up under there just like that. Okay, so there's that. See how the little trees there? There's Santa flying over the top, looking all cute. And this sticker will not let go of my finger. There. So now I'm going to bring in this piece. It's from the card kit. So we're using part of the Christmas tree, and we're using some stamps too, and we're using the, put a couple dots right there, and we're using the part of the card base. So we're going to even this out so it's nice and even. Put it on there. Okay. Get my white card base and glue that to the front of the card. So I upgraded from just a plain old card to this. I just could not handle that. It's just too much. So there we go. I got a little glue right there. I'll use my eraser to get rid of it. So that's the front of the card. Santa's going over there, and he's kind of a little bit glittery. So now we're going to do the envelope. So I had an extra piece of paper here, so I thought I would do this. I would glue it to the flap of the envelope. Sometimes I do this and sometimes I don't. But I thought, you know what, I have this little piece. What am I going to do with it? Might as well put it on the card, right? On the envelope. It's kind of my thinking. I'll stick it right on here. And then I'll trim it off. It'll match the card inside. And guess what? I don't have to stamp this part of the card. That's what's really cool. Go all the way around like this. Okay, and there's that. Okay, so now we're going to do the inside of this card. What I'm going to do, and then we'll put some bling on the outside. So what I'm going to do is I have this stamp. Okay, it's a very retired one. Little Christmas tree, and it has different things. May the warmth of Christmas fill each corner of your heart, and Happy New Year's. Hoping beautiful moments and happy memories surround you at this time of the year. Merry Christmas. And it has looks like some holly and a little poinsettia. So this stamp is so old, I had to use this tape right here. Removable adhesive to get it to stick, because it won't stick. I stick it on there and then I can take it off when I'm done. So I'm going to grab my garden green ink, and because I thought I'm doing a tree card, right? Let's put some trees at the bottom of this. So I thought that would be fun. So I'm going to put a tree here and here. Just kind of go all the way across. And it's a red rubber stamp, so I'm good. Okay. And then I have one little strip that I can stick right there at the bottom. So I'll glue that down. The other part of this strip. So we'll put this right here. And that will take care of the bottoms of the trees. Oops, it's a little too short. There we go. It's okay that it is, just as long as I make it even on each side, right? Okay, so there's the inside. Now I'm going to grab out the stamp that I wanted. Hoping beautiful moments and happy memories surround you at this time of the year. So here we go. And see how it's not even sticky? No stick at all. So I need to grab another. Let's do this one. And I gotta grab my temporary adhesive so I can use it. It'll stick on here. Stick it on there, and then tap, 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 tap. I better check this. Doesn't feel like it's. I'm gonna have to. There we go. I think I'm gonna have to get a refill of this color, garden green. So I'm gonna put this right here. Hoping beautiful memories and happy moments and happy memories surround you at this time of the year. So there, that card's done. We have our envelope done. Oh, we do need to stamp a tree on the envelope on the outside because, you know, this is all about trees on this card. Okay, there we go. So that's one. We're going to make another card. Oh, I wanted to put some of this on too. I decided this came in the kit, and it didn't even come off. That came off. I'm going to put 3 on. So let's see, we'll do, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't need it. No, I think it does. So we'll put one there. Ooh. One here and one here. I cannot believe that it just came off. Yeah, this is a paper pumpkin one. Okay, ladies, when you get ready to use yours, be careful. None of them they all came off. It's a good thing I put glue down. There. So there's that card. Very pretty. I like it. So the next card, I have some retired DSP also. And I'm going to do the same thing. And I think I know what happened to that. See, I have another one. Oh, here it is. So this one's going to be a little bigger of a tree. And I used this one, this DSP. I thought it was kind of different. It came from the same pack. It's not, I don't think it's Stampin' Up! Because there's no double-sided. It's just another brand that I found. So, and this is the insides. So we'll work on the outside first. So I'm going to first put this one down. And it doesn't matter which one you put down as long as you get your other part done. That's all that matters. So, and I really like this pattern. This was a nice pattern to work with. And the same measurements as the last one. And in the bottom of my after my video, look in the description and it'll tell you all the measurements. And you don't have to use what I used. You can use any paper you want. I just happen to have this extra because it was given to me a while back. So otherwise I wouldn't have this because this is retired. I wasn't doing Stampin' Up! Then. So there we go. It's a nice little border, and you can see the beautiful red, or actually it's supposed to be, what is it called? Oh, and I did find that ink. It was in my trash can. I threw it away. The last video, I lost a cherry cobbler. It was in my trash can. I don't have any clue why I threw it in there. I don't know. Whatever, huh? It is whatever. So I need to trim this down a little bit and do the same thing, same process. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals and put them at the bottom. Okay, and then do my tear and tape next, which goes right about there. And we'll go to the next one. We'll do the same thing. Dimensionals. I hope I was in the video. I was in the frame last time. I'm sorry if I wasn't. That one right there. And then I have my little one guy. Where is there? He is right there. So as you can see, I'm gonna get probably 4 cards out of these. Or maybe, I don't know how many. I haven't decided yet. Right now I'm getting 2. I know for sure. But I might get 5. I might have enough to do 5. So the next thing I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put it in the middle this time. No, actually, no, I'm going to put it off the side because I want to put Joy over here. That's right. It goes to this side. So I'm going to pull off the backings. I'm going to press this down. You need to press your tear and tape down so that it will release much easier. If you don't do that, it doesn't want to release. So I'm going to put that down close to the bottom this time. Okay, stuff it down. Then I'm going to grab the next one, pushing my tear and tape down. I should have been saying that all along so that you know. Some people don't know that about the tear and tape. You have to actually push it down so it'll stick to that first layer. If you don't, then it'll just peel right up. So when I do cards with the seniors, I usually put it on for them and have it pre-pressed down so that they don't have to think about it. It's all set for them. That's the whole idea. And if I forget, I remind them, get your scissors and push it down really good. And they go, okay. Okay. Oh, I did not trim that a little bit. I forgot. There we go. Just a tiny bit so it's not showing out. Got to get the other side too, silly. Just like that. Okay. And then put that one down. Okay, and let's get rid of all this tear and tape. I'm going to grab my star, put it on a mini dimensional. Yeah, maybe it'll be good. And stick that right on top of my Christmas tree. There we go. That looks pretty awesome, I think. Now, I die cut out of the extra ones. I've already put I die cut 3 layers. This one I did not get glue right there, as you could tell. So I glued 2 together, and now I'm the 3rd one on. And that is to bump it up, make it thicker, as opposed to trying to put little tiny dimensionals on here. That doesn't always work, trust me. So it kind of gives it a little bit of a raised look, so I have a shadow behind it. You want that so it looks really nice. See, and that's going to go right there. And I'm going to glue it flat down. This is the die cut from the extra pieces, the extra die set, and I love this. Turned out really cute. It's a nice card. It's very simple, but the background paper makes a difference. The DSP really does. So with this one, I want to make it sparkly, so I have these little dots here. And I'm going to just put them all over the place. You know what? This is sticking to my finger. I have to use my Stampin' Paris one. I keep forgetting. Where is it at? I had it over here a second ago. put away my tear and tape so I could see things. Yeah, I searched and everywhere. I'm going, where did that cherry cobbler go? It was on my table. It was everywhere. And then after I turned off the video a little while ago, guess what? I threw it in the trash. I don't know why that happened, but it happened. So now I am looking for my Taker pick, which I just had. Let me check my drawer. Oh, it's right over here, of course. This makes it easier to pick up these dots, so they don't come off. So I'm gonna put one right there, one right there. I just want this really sparkly, so I'm gonna put quite a few on here because I think it would be really nice. And they have they kind of have different colors on there, so that's what makes these really neat. They kind of like blue, but yet pink, but red. It's just awesome. I don't know what else to say. It's so different. That one is not good. And don't ask me where I got these. I have no clue. I've had them for years. Let's put that one right here. Okay, and there's that card. So now let's decorate the inside and do its envelope. So let's get out my Christmas tree and my garden green. And we'll stamp our trees across here. So I think I'll go like this and like that. There, right there, and right there. Then I'll grab my sentiment. Let's get it nice and lined up. There we go. That turned out really good. I'm very happy with that. So, and on the last card, did I do what I was supposed to? Oh, I did not. I have to add one more thing to that. Okay, so I have to add one more thing to the other card, which I almost forgot. So I'm going to clean off this stamp and then clean off my other stamp. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my yellow or crushed curry and my little asterisk thingy-majiggers. Put that right there and that right there, that one right there. And what's really neat is they have this whole area up here. Oh, I put my finger right there. Guess what? It's gonna get some more. So we'll never know. We'll just decorate this whole little half here. How about that? That looks pretty cool, huh? So now we're going to add maybe right there, that one. See? So now, and that one's done, that one's done, and that one's done. Let's glue this to the flap. Oh, we did not do this. I know there was something. I knew there was something still I had to do. We're going to glue this to the bottom of a card. It's going to be a little bit longer. And that's okay. We'll just trim it off. Extra. See, this is the star that came with it, but it didn't match what I wanted to do. So I had a plan for this card, and that was not in the plan, that red star. I wanted a gold star. So I searched through all my dies, and I looked in the Christmas, didn't have any stars in the Christmas. Then I thought, well, why don't I check out my other dies, my 4th of July. And there it was. I found the 4th of July ones. And this is like a string of them. And what's really cool is when it actually cuts out. I use it on like different, like, so if I wanted to do it right here, I could put stars at the bottom like that. And that's what's really cool. It actually die cuts so that I could put it on a card. Like if I wanted to put it up here on the card, see how pretty that looks? So that's what's cool. I'm going to save that. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it as of yet, but I'm keeping it because you don't know. So I'm going to put this on the flap. I know I'm doing something a little bit different from what I normally do, aren't I? I thought it'd be kind of neat. Just something a little bit different. So I'll line it up so it looks really good right there. And then, oops, gotta bring it over a little bit. There we go. Now I'll trim it off. And this is card number 3 and 4 out of the kit. Look at how cute that is. See? And it matches the card. So that's what kind of got me encouraged to want to do this. I thought, I have not done this. I need to do this. So now I'm going to grab my little Christmas tree and stamp that because, you know, it has a Christmas tree on here. So that's what encouraged me to want to do the Christmas tree. I had to go search through my, I just got green ink. You know what? I'm going to do this. I will make a little forest. No big deal, right? Cute little forest. There we go. There's my forest. No big deal. You make a boo-boo, you make something cool out of it. And a forest is what it needed, evidently. And I'll put some stars or asterisks, whatever you want, right there. And that is done. And I'm keeping it away because I need to wipe off that spot because I have ink there. Let me clean off my stamp. Looks good. And then clean off my little, I think this is an asterisk. It sure looks like it. So I'm going to go with that, right? I'm going to clean off my counter. Yep, there's ringing, of course. I like this glass mat. It's a Tim Holtz. Stampin' Up! Has a glass mat like this too, and it's a clear one. And I have one in the house when I do this at winter because it gets so cold. I don't come out here in the winter. Well, I didn't very much last year because it got like down to 5 degrees, and that's unusual, I think. But everybody says no, that happens during the winter in Texas. Usually in February. Okay, and we got snow again, which I never got that in California. So here's the envelope. Here's the back, here's the front. And here's the envelope of the other one, front and back. And here's the cute card. And that's the inside. And there's plenty of writing space up there. Did embossing, showed you embossing today. And here's the other card with the joy and the this came out of the kit, and the joy came out of the kit, and this came out of the kit, and the little asterisk things did. So I love my Santa. I love that I took the time to emboss it. Because, you know, I thought about it. I have a die cut, just die cut and put it up there, but it was too big for what I wanted. And this is a scrawny little Christmas tree, but it's cool. It matches these guys. It's like that's the main guy, and this hanging out there with him. So I used the sequence. So here's 2 cards. Thank you for watching, and be sure and like and share. I would love it. And if you have a comment about anything, have a question, please write it in the box. Thank you. Bye.